Okay, let us see now the separating type calorimeter. So in separating type calorimeter, we are having the mechanical separator. Okay, as per the dryness fraction definitions, we want to find out the mass of steam which is dry saturated present in the mixture divided by total mass of the mixture. So if we can separate out, the water present in the steam, then we can find out the dryness fraction easily. If we can separate out mechanically, if we can separate out the moisture content in the steam, then we can measure the dryness fraction easily, and this is the principle of separating calorimeter. In separating calorimeter, what we will have a perforated tray. Okay, so there is a separator means actually it is what, the perforated tray means what, a porcelain type material is there. So if you pass the steam through the porcelain type material, then it gets the moisture gets separated and steam gets separated, because the steam is a gas which may flow through the different directions, but as the water is having the inertia, it will not flow in all directions, it will stick to the wall and it may attach to that wall which we can separate out. Okay, so that is a perforated type tray is there. Porcelain structure, you may know that, or you may have seen the filters in the water filters at home. Okay, or you may have seen the porcelain type pots are there. So if you pass the steam through that, then what is going to happen, that steam will come out but moisture will not come out, it gets separated and you can collect that moisture. So this is the same thing is happening here. So here it is mentioned that main steam pipe, and through that you will take the steam of which you want to measure the dryness fraction. So there is a separator, means that is a perforated tray is there. Through that you will pass the steam. So what is going to happen? If the moisture content is there, that is going to be separated like this. See, it is very important experiment. We are having the experiment also on this. So try to understand what I am saying. So water is get separated and that is collected in this chamber. So there is a chamber. In that chamber, you will collect that moisture content or water content in it, and you can see the level of that. With that, you can measure that how much water is separated, that you can collect. That is the mass of water separated. While the steam which can flow in any direction, that will comes out and that will comes down, and we can collect that steam. We can make the steam into the water by passing through the condenser. So you can have some condenser here which will condense that steam and convert into the water, and we can measure the mass of that steam. So here you are getting the mass of steam and here you are getting the mass of water which is present in the mixture. So if you are knowing both the things, you can find out the dryness fraction of the steam. So see, there is a water separator which will separate out the particles by centrifugal action, and it consists, okay, there are two chambers, we can say that inner chamber and outer chambers. So inner chambers will separate out the moisture, while outer chamber will pass the steam to the separate it, and we want to measure the mass. Now how to measure the mass of the steam? That is difficult task. How to measure the mass of the steam? We can't measure the mass of the steam, but what we can do, we can make it water. त्या स्टीमचं वॉटर केलं आपण आणि त्याचं जर मास मेजर केलं, तर वी कॅन से दॅट the mass of steam is equal to mass of water. So that is going to happen here. Are you getting this point? Why I am converting that whatever the steam is coming out of this into the water? Because I want to measure the mass, and that can be done with the passing through the condenser. So when you pass through the condenser, it will be converted into the water, and the mass of that water we can measure. So we can have the mass of steam whatever we are having there. So you can measure it or you can collect it into the bucket, and then you can find out the mass of water. So in this case, we can say that the dryness fraction X is equal to mass of steam which is condensed. So which is condensed here, okay, which is condensed divided by mass of water. That mass of water is separated here. So mass of water separated and mass of steam condensed. So ms you can write or mg you can write. That equation you will get the dryness fraction. So this is a very simple experiment. Just you have to separate out the mechanically the moisture content and the steam, and you can write the dryness fractions formula. Now the problem is that, is it so easy to separate the moisture content and the steam? If it is so easy, then all problems will may finish, but it is not so easy. So whatever the dryness fraction we are measuring with this is not that much accurate. It is not that much accurate. It will give the rough values. Separating calorimeter is not that much accurate because we can't separate out all moisture content from the steam mechanically. Mechanically, it is difficult to separate out the steam and moisture. If we can separate it, then lot of problems will solve, but it is not possible. So that's why the mass of water and mass of steam, whatever we have measured, that may not be correct. It is having the we can say that errors in it, and that's why the dryness fraction measured with this is not correct. It is having the rough estimation. Generally we can use it for the lower values of x, means wet steam. If you are having more moisture content in the steam, then that type of the steam you can prefer for the separating type calorimeter, in which you will get, have the lesser dryness fraction than 0.7. Okay, so whatever the dryness fraction you will measure, that will be always greater than whatever actual is there. Okay, so that you should remember what I am saying, because it may come in the examination, that this x value, suppose I am measuring with the separating type of calorimeter. Now in that case I will measure the mass of steam and I will measure the mass of water. Now these are having the errors. So mass of steam measured will have the higher values than actual, because in this mass of steam we are not completely separating mass of water and mass of steam. So it may consist some moisture content in it. That's why this value will be greater than actual value. That is the error. So that's why whatever this ratio is there, that will comes always greater than actual value. So whatever the dryness fraction measured with the separating calorimeter is always greater than whatever the actual dryness fraction is there. That is the errors in that. Okay, so limitations of this calorimeter is value of x is not accurate, but it just close approximation we can have.